Hello, my divine kings and queens. I'm back to do another video. In today's message, what we're going to be going over is God is telling you, don't block your blessings because you are unable to let go of what was done to you in your past. Don't let your enemies and people who have betrayed you, who have gone against you, get you up off your path to the point where you block your own blessings. Keep your eyes focused on the prize and stay focused on the mission. And I'm going to take an excerpt from my book under spiritual release. And it says, when you spiritually release, you are ridding yourself of the toxicity in your life or anyone in your life who operate in low vibrational energy. You must be able to be mentally equipped to receive everything that God has in store for you. So sometimes when we are chosen by God for a specific life purpose, people who see or know this will come into your life to throw you off your path. You must be strong enough to pray and release these toxic people from your life so that God can show you the light during the darkness. And what I mean by that is, there are people who, I tell you all the time, you have people who come into your life. Everyone who comes into your life or people of whom you encounter are for a reason, right? You have some people of whom you're going to encounter that's going to help you, that's going to help guide you to the next level of your life. You have certain people who are meant to block you from reaching that next level of your life. These are the majority of people of whom you had encountered in your past. And see, the thing is, these people were trying to block you and stop you from reaching certain levels and heights of your life. And where it became a problem is that some of you guys were allowing it to negatively impact you in your thought process and your actions towards these people. And see, the thing is why I was telling you guys to release people in love is so that they don't have control over you. When you hold on to what a person did to you, how they did it, what they said, when they said it, how many times they said it, you're not allowing yourself room to grow, to heal, and to elevate from that. You're keeping yourself stuck and reliving that constantly in your mind. So what that's going to do when you're constantly replaying that, that's going to keep you in a stuck low vibration. And nothing good can come from that. And see, a lot of that is, and knowing that when God brings you justice, sometimes he may very well lead you to go back to the very same people and help the very same people who cursed you. And you may not understand what I just told you. You may not understand what I just told you, but I break it down in my book. Sometimes God will lead you to go back to help the very same person who spoke so foul on you and who hurt you and who cursed you. Be it financially, spiritually, physically. Do you know why he's telling you, instructing you to go back? Not in every situation. In special cases. Because he saw and he heard what you did. And it's because he loves these people still, yet still he's trying to work with them. And that's the lesson about who you don't put your mouth on. And when you are in a stuck low vibration, you do everything that you can to heal. But the one thing that you do not do, and you must not ever do, is inflict that pain and that harm that you feel within yourself onto someone else. You don't do that. You heal. You fight and you heal. You self-reflect and you heal. You isolate and you heal. You pull back and you heal. But one thing that you do not do is harm an innocent being who did nothing to you and who don't deserve and should not have to tolerate your negativity, your toxicity, and your foolishness. But one thing that you don't do It's when he instructs you to do a thing and you have to see how hard life knocked these people down. He's looking at how you handle it, and he's looking at how these people handle it. And depending on how you handle the situation is what's going to determine if your blessings are blocked and what God allows to happen for your future. Because you learned the lesson in it already. It's no point in trying to beat a dead horse. These people cannot take back the actions and the words that they said towards you and the way that they treated you, the way that they thought about you. But what you can do is have control over how God continues to bless you and where he takes you in the foreseeable future. And you will mess and sabotage that if you do not do what he tells you to do when he tells you to do it. If he tells you go back and help this person, but don't let this person have to beg you. If you're going to do it, you do it. And you say, look, you don't owe me nothing. We're going to let bygones be bygones. We're going to bury the hatchet. Okay? This is a truce, and you go on about your way. Also, that does not mean because you help a person that you got to keep them back, that you got to keep them in your life. That does not mean because you forgive a person that you have to keep them back in your life. Sometimes God will instruct you to help a person, you help them, and you go on about your business. Do you get me what I'm saying? It's for that split second that you see that justice was served. Because if a person got to come back and need your help, if a person got to come back and humble themselves because they need your help, that means God is showing you justice was served. Now, how you going to handle it? You handle it like a divine king and queen would, with grace, with style and with grace, and with respect. Justice was already served. Go ahead and do what God tells you to do so that these people learn a lesson, because that's gonna put them up in their head that the very same person doesn't understand that they know that they don't deserve your help. These people know how nasty they were. But the fact that you can't, it just shows that you want what they tried to make you out to be. It just shows that these people fumbled the ball and that they got to do what they got to do to self-reflect and understand and take accountability on what they did to lose you. Whatever way that they had you, they have to take accountability. But what you don't do is forfeit your destiny and block your blessings and trying to do back and get back to these people what they did to you. Justice is already served. Your name has already been cleaned up. You've been vindicated and you've been elevated. Don't block your blessings, baby, because of what people did to you. I get it. It hurt. And it was very nasty. And we're in a cruel world. 1 minute, a person lets you do it and give them the world. And then the next minute, they turn on you. You can't control people. You can't control people's mind. The best thing that I tell you is what you can control, you can control that. And if these people are not doing it for you and they're not being a positive influence in your life, it does not mean that everyone has to be perfect. But what it means is treat people how you want to be treated. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I'm talking about at all. Whether the person is around or they're not. At all means at all. That's what it means. Because whereas you think that person won't hear you or can't hear you and they're not around to know how bad you're talking about them, there is a higher being that sits high and that he looks low. And if you believe, his name is God. You're not getting away with anything when you do that. And this is why I'm telling you, to the doers, justice has been served for those people that justice has been served. To vindicate and lift up those people that you try so hard to depress, suppress, oppress. You wanted them to feel so low about themselves. You were so evil and so conniving. You was working and grouping up with other people. When these people probably didn't have a job, probably couldn't find work or whatever, was just trying to maintain. You thought that mess was funny. You wanted to go and report back to other people. You wanted to go and trash talk this person's name behind their back. And now look at what you're going through. You know why you're going through it. So you own that and you take accountability. And to my people of which justice was served on your behalf, you don't bask in that. You don't laugh at it. If God is telling you to move on with your life, you move on with your life. And this is just confirmation and justice was served. But let me tell you something. If he's instructing you and you've had to be in a position where you had to help out some of these very same people that caused you nothing but hell in your life, understand that that's double the blessings for you, because you handle it in a way that he needed you to handle it, with style and with grace. And I'm telling you, you continuously do that, baby. If don't nobody else tell you, listen, let me tell you something. You listen to me. Tunnel vision for a second. We ain't getting your family involved. We ain't getting your friends involved. You talking to me, I'm talking to you. I get that it hurts. We are living in a cruel world. You can't control people. Everybody ain't gonna think highly of you. I told you, simple-minded, ignorant people. Some people ain't gonna change, and they're gonna be like that to the day they die. Are you gonna continuously cry and fight over these people, or what you gonna do? You're gonna be happy that God is blessing you, right? And you're gonna learn the lessons and everything that God is telling you to do. You may say, well, what is the lesson in trying to go back and bless my enemies? Well, the lesson is so that you keep humble. That's the lesson. He wants you to be humble. This is the reason he chose you, for a reason. You get me what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff, he ain't even gotta teach you and show you. You know, this is why he chose you, because he know that you was going to be humble in it. You got a lot of people that's trying to figure out why they're not blessed. But let me tell you something. I tell you, money is the root of all evil. You bless a person with it, what it's going to do is magnify who they already were. If a person was a fool without money, they're going to be a bigger fool with money. If they was crazy about the money, they're going to be even crazier with the money. You were humble without the money. He already know you're going to be humble with the money, but he want to make sure that you're going to stay humble when it comes. Do you get me what I'm saying? You was graceful without the money, you're going to be graceful with the money. This is what comes along with the territory. I tell you, we always in school. We're never out when it comes to Divine University. There's always a course we got to take. There's always a lesson that need to be learned. But for every lesson that you learn, there's a blessing that follows thereafter. Do you get me what I'm saying? Do you get me what I'm saying? You don't hold over these people's head what they did to you, because we've already healed from it, have we not? We've already forgiven them for it, have we not? We understand why we had to go through it and why they did what they did. Don't you dare block your blessings in trying to get back at these people. Don't you know that's what the devil wants you to do? Don't you know if the devil picked these people to get at you? Let me tell you something. If you think, they couldn't get at you physically, whatever. They getting at you by getting and attacking your mind. Because look at how you're thinking. I got to get this. I'm going to do this to get back. I'm going to post this on social media. All this type of stuff that's going on. All this stupid stuff. This childish stuff, man. Grow up and let it go. Bless people, because you're going to have a whole lot of abundance coming your way. More than enough to share. Does not mean that you allow these people to use you. I told you, you do what you're led to do. In whatever type of way you are in a position to bless someone, whoever talked about you, I'm talking about bad, and they needed you financially, you don't talk about that. You don't hurt these people. You don't make them beg or nothing. Just, God said, go ahead and give it to them. It's a lesson learned for you. You stay humble. And you don't allow a person to block your blessings, because you don't allow yourself to block your own blessings and trying to do to people what they did to you. Do you get what I'm saying? We've healed. We've forgiven. We've come up out of that stuck place. We've come up out of that sunken place. Do you get what I'm saying? God leads you to do a thing, you do it. If he don't lead you to do it, then you don't do it. But at the same time, in whatever way that he revealed to you that justice is served, he's watching it, how you handle it and how you react to that. Don't you laugh at that. And don't you dare sit up here and think that that's something to judge a person by. But for some of you and for the majority of you, I ain't even got to sit up here and tell you that. Y'all already know. But this is just confirmation. And this is just an added layer of what I'm trying to give you. Just an added layer, just an added, course, teaching, knowledge that I'm trying to give you. When people hurt you, it's coming from a place within their soul and their heart that they was hurting that same way and they did not heal. I tell you, when a person hurts you and whatever they do to you, it's not because of what you did. You get what I'm saying? It's because of who these people are. I tell you, let a person do what they feel like they big and bad enough to do, because what go around always come back around. And especially when you were chosen one. they're going to get that instant. For the majority of you where justice was served, a lot of people know why they're going through what they're going through. As much as they tried to go and hide it, God said, look at what you did. You did all that to try to hide it and all this type of stuff. Nobody may ever really truly know the truth. They may know there was some lies told. They may not ever truly know the truth. But these people know that the reason why they're going through what they're going through is because they know the truth, and they know how they did you. They know how they talked about you. They know how they mishandled you. They know how they practiced unnecessary evil towards you. But how you chose to handle it is the reason why you're going to continuously be blessed. And I just want to make sure that you guys don't block, stop, or sabotage that in any kind of way and trying to hold on to what these people did to you, baby. You spiritually release that and you let it go. And until next time, I want y'all to stay prayed up, and I want you to be blessed. And also, I want to let y'all know that you can officially book me now, your one-on-one sessions with me on my website. The information is going to be in the description box below. I'm also going to be posting this to the community board. Also, if you want a copy of my book, that information is also going to be in the description box below. It's also going to be available on my website. And I've also made a post about it on the community board. So make sure that you guys stay on that community board, because that's where I'm going to be posting a whole lot of things. There may be some links in there that may not be in my description box links. So make sure that you're checking the description box. Make sure that you are checking the community board. And if you want a copy of this book, I'm going to be breaking it down in certain messages that I do. But if you want a full copy of this book, make sure that you go ahead and you check out my website. You also check out the link and click the link that's in the description box below. And you guys will be able to book personal one-on-one sessions with me. All the information on how to do it. It's self-guided. It's self-explanatory. You guys will be able to book a one-on-one session with me. All I say is when you book it, make sure that you include a time, and I can get back at you on what time would better, work for me. And also make sure that you include in there if you want it to be a phone call or a Zoom call meeting. So you guys can officially make sure that you go ahead and you check that out. You can officially book me for your one-on-one sessions. And you'll also be able to purchase your JC Gang merch.